and good morning folks. It is Monday morning. What is the date? It's the 17th today. So yeah, back again, of course. Another day, another job. Hope you guys have been enjoying the last videos. I've had some really good feedback on them recently, so it's been a good start to the new year. So I'm glad you're all enjoying it. Bit of a mix and match week this week, so we're starting off today with a nice conservatory roof clean. So we're just working some chemical into the roof there. And I'll show you my setup for this. I'll show you the rest of the job first. When you're ready, Kev, you can turn the water on, or maybe leave it a minute actually, and then turn the water on and whack it. Just watching out for dog poop. So it's not the worst, dirtiest one in the world, but it's definitely overdue a clean. I'll probably wipe the drone up in a bit and show you from the top down. But yeah, nice easy job, sort of as simple as it gets really for conservatory roofs, poly panels, nice and easy. So the method for this one, before I just time lapse the rest of the job for you, is we're using TFR in a little spray bottle. It's diluted sort of 10 times, so you'd put 100 ml in there for every litre of water. That's just 1 litre spray bottle, so 100 ml of this TFR. I've had this stuff for a while, so I'm just working my way through it. So exactly how I do it is I wet the roof up first, make sure it's all nice and soaking wet. Then I spray the TFR on, we scrub it in, make it all foam up all nicely, leave it a couple of minutes, and then scrub and rinse it all off. And it's as simple as that, very easy job. Don't leave it on too long because it can stain if it dries on the surface. So any minute now, Kev will turn the water back on and start scrubbing and rinsing it all off, and it should come up really nice. So yeah, right, enjoy. I've got quite a few things to do today and over the next week, so yeah, looking forward to it. Folks, so what I like to do is I like to, once everything's done, give the guttering all the once over as well, I like to come and do the windows by hand. This just means I get a chance to just have a look if there's any stains on the guttering, anything that needs a little bit of extra TLC close up, because it can be sort of hard to see when they're just being blasted with water. So, and then I do the windows by hand also. Some people just carry on doing it with the Waterford pole, but I just feel like it gives it a bit of a nice finish. And you can get every little dot and spot everything by hand, so that's the way I do it, and we're all done. So just these 8 windows to do now, and this will take me about a minute. And then right there, so probably only here for about half an hour, 40 minutes maybe. So as I said, nice easy job. It's nice to do some relaxing ones for a change, instead of being all out on the roofs every day. So yeah, I'll just get these done and then we'll be off. Right, you know what guys, I am actually sick of this now. Every morning, frozen. Windscreen, frozen. Road, frozen. Equipment, frozen. Oh, I'm sick of it. Quoting today, I've got to go to Nottingham for one quote, and then around the Leicester area for 2 quotes. They're all fairly big jobs, so or is it just 1 quote in Leicester? I think it's 1 quote in Leicester, and then if I get a chance I might head down to Rutland Pumps and just see if there's any sort of upgrades I can do to my equipment just to make my life a little bit easier. And then I think that's it today, so it's a lot of driving around. I might get Kev to drive while I do some of my admin stuff on my phone, so yeah, we're starting to thaw out now. Let's go.
Oh, there's all sorts. This place, it used to be like a conservatory village.
Oh right, yeah.
And the guy who ran it ran a block paving business called Blocks.
Yeah. So it's everywhere, then.
Yeah, he's sort of done it as a display site, so you can do like Indian and slate and block and he's got some concrete, you know, some of that wood effect concrete.
Oh right, yeah.
Got, well,
yeah, let's have a look.
I've been in here about 5 years.
Yeah.
So we've got a Karcher.
Yeah.
Karcher 7 or something like that. Quite a powerful one. We get round it. We do a bit of
blast,
bits and bobs. I had a lad in here last year who he used to come in probably twice a month.
Yeah.
Whip round everything that needed doing.
Yeah.
Pass. Edgings, roofs, anything that needed doing really. Sometimes you get a bit of green on the buildings or decking up here.
Yeah, I'd probably be able to treat them just with a biocide or something, just whack it on and it will just keep it clean for ages then. Yeah. If you ever wanted that done. Oh, this is cool, this stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah,
that looks
wicked.
like
it really does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks like logs, like old sleepers, doesn't it?
That's crazy. I like that, that's great.
But he used to do all sorts of stuff, so everything really, it's just a mishmash of what he used to do. And obviously, you know, like I came round here last week. Yeah. I'll tell you what made me phone you. I was stood with a couple and I went to set off and I went and I nearly went on my face, hands in my pockets as well. And I got home and I sat, thought, fucking get Sid on. Yeah,
no, I'd be out. This looks great. I'd love to tackle this. Brilliant.
Yeah. So
yeah, this is like, I couldn't imagine anything cooler for a YouTube video as well. There's so many different surfaces.
Great,
it'd be great, man. Yeah.
Right then, folks. So that's my Tuesday done now. I don't think I showed the second quote. I only had 2 quotes to do. So I did that first one. That was in Nottingham. For all those areas to be cleaned. I wasn't that guy, like the nicest guy ever. I'm not sure how much I will have put in the video because we were talking business and stuff like that, so a lot of it obviously I won't say. But he was like one of the soundest people I've ever spoken to be honest. He was really nice. He was giving me loads of advice on business. Obviously he owned quite a few businesses, so he does really well. And he was more than happy to share his advice and things like that. So yeah, top bloke, man, really top bloke. I'm really looking forward to going to do that job now. Then the next quote, it was some solar panels on a house. It's quite a lot actually. It's over 20 solar panels on this one house, front and back. So I'll video that when I do it if the quote gets accepted, and they've got an office down the road which they want the roof cleaning of. They want the hot wash steam cleaning for that, so I'm going to send a quote off for that in a bit. I was a bit flustered and busy, so and they were really nice as well. That was a really nice couple. So yeah, it's been a good day. Obviously just a day quote, and the days are like this sometimes in business, where you just sort of, you're not really earning any money, but you're potentially securing future work. That's the whole point behind it. So sometimes you've got to sacrifice a bit of time and go and visit some of the jobs in person. You know, like a typical 3-bed semi, you know, your most average house in the UK. A lot of the time, unless it's nearby, I don't really need to go and quote. It's just send a few pictures over. I'll have a look on Google Maps and, you know, and price it up. It's kind of just a waste of time you going to see it first, because I already know how much it will be. I've done a million of them, so it's very simple, very straightforward. But some of the more unusual jobs, it's definitely worth, or a big roof, for example, definitely worth going to have a look and meeting the customer, because we're not talking like under £1,000 for some of these jobs, are we? So, you know, when you start getting into the couple of grand figures for work, then you need to, you know, it's worth letting the customer know who you are, meeting you properly, shaking the hands, you know, and yeah, and they can sort of see a little bit about your personality then, and if they trust you or not. As you'll find a lot higher success rate if you go and do that, instead of just sort of slinging a quote off and just thinking, yeah, I don't care. If you want the work, sometimes you've got to go, especially if you're new starting out as well, I would say go and quote every single job in person, every single one. You might think that you're wasting your time sometimes, but trust me, that just them meeting you can be the difference sometimes. You could be more expensive than somebody else, but they might like you more than that other person. Whereas if they hadn't met you yet, they'll just go with the other one because you're more expensive. So, but it's all about them liking you, and maybe they won't like you and they'll like someone else, who knows, but it's worth a shot. So yeah, nice one. I've got a roof to scrape and treat tomorrow, so I'll pop that in this video. And then I think I'm starting a big job on Thursday. I don't know, we'll see. See you guys in a bit.
then folks, job number, I'm not sure of the week, but there's been a few. We have a pretty big roof to do today. I've just done a test patch up there in a few spots, just figuring out what the best method is for this job. I'm going to have to go with the turbo nozzle, I think, because there's a lot of white lichen. I don't know if you can see all the white spots on this roof. A lot of people think it's bird poo, but it's not. It's actually bacteria and a growth. So yeah, it can be really quite stubborn to get rid of. So I'm going to have to go with the turbo nozzle instead of the flat surface cleaner, which is annoying. But oh well, the roof is pretty frosty as well. It's massive, huge roof. So we'll be here for a fair few days at the minimum. So I'm going to try and put in like a big shift today and then see how tomorrow goes. This is the only part I'm worried about. All up here, quite awkward access. I can put a tower there and reach over probably most of that roof there. And then I'm thinking maybe some of the top corner as well. And then I'm thinking a tower down here just to sort of try and get around it. So it's going to be a tough one. But we'll do the best. The back is very simple. When I go around there, probably tomorrow, I'll show you the back. It's basically same length as the front, just without any of the awkward peaks and apexes. So yeah, right, let's get cracking. folks, this is what I'm dealing with here. Basically working blind, so the drone's going to have to be the surveyor for me afterwards. It's very tough, very hard part this is. Okay folks, hope you can see there is the last bit. I've changed the angle again. This was really tough. Well, actually this is the last bit of the front, but it was really tough to get to. As you can see the top left where I've done it down just behind the chimney. So just that chunk there left to do. Oh my days, that was really quite difficult. This channel here was in such a state, I mean you can still see some stuff in it. I wanted to try and get out. There's just like tiles and mortar, everything just jam-packed in there. The amount of moss, and there was literally plants growing out of it, so yeah, not ideal that. So I'll try and clear that out without breaking anything, but yeah, we'll see. So yeah, just that bit there to do. Let's go. Got this little part of the roof there, that's obviously nice and easy. Sorry, the sun might be in your face quite a bit here. And then just that, so I mean that can all be done in about 3 scaffolding movements, to be honest. So I think I can see another few dodgy tiles around there as well, so I'll try and be careful of them. But yeah, it's coming up great. The litching's a bit of pain. The white spots on the roof has been have to take a little bit of extra time sort of trying to blast them off, but overall the roof is sort of going like a really nice brown colour. That sounds weird, a really nice brown colour, but it looks smart. It looks really, really smart, so I can't wait to see what it's like when it's dried as well. Ta-da! We are done, almost. Got that little bit to do down there. Oh god, pardon me. But the house is all rinsed off, starting to dry out nicely up there as well. Starting to look really good. So yeah, there we go. Can you guys see my error around there somewhere? Yes, I broke a tile. Damn it. I've told the customer it's fine. Obviously we're getting someone in to replace the ones around the front anyway. Because the valleys and some of the pointing is in terrible shape around there. But yeah, my foot just slipped off the pedal and the pole went bosh straight down onto the roof, so rookie mistake. It just sort of took me off guard. I didn't have a chance to catch it and it just bang smacked straight onto the tile, split it in half. So obviously came clean immediately, and I was like, that one's actually my fault. There was already one missing around the front, and then a second one was completely loose. It was already cracked. Obviously as soon as we blasted the moss out of it, it just fell down the roof. But then that one, that was a perfectly good tile then, so that was my fault. So I'll take the brunt of that and pay the damage. It's really frustrating. I hate it when things like that happen. It does happen. You'd be crazy to think it'll never happen to you if you clean roofs. At some point you're going to break a tile, but it's been a long time since I've broken one, put it that way. So yeah, I'm a bit annoyed at that because I'm usually super careful, but it got away from me. And that thing is heavy. As soon as it's the water pressure that obviously keeps it up in the air. As soon as if that pressure drops out of nowhere, yeah, bang, you are not holding it. Well, you can if you're ready for it, but it's heavy, so it's unfortunate. Wet feet, slipped straight off the pedal, and that was that. So damn it. But the customer was completely fine with it. So yeah, I was like, thank God. But I'll probably take like a 50 quid hit to, I mean, it wouldn't cost 50 quid to put another tile in, put it that way, but they're going to call out a guy that I've recommended to come and sort it, and the rest of the job as well. So yes, right, break time. What time is it? It's 1 o'clock. We're on a bit of a time crunch here. We need to buy side this entire job as well, and I've got places to be soon. I'm away all weekend, so I don't know, we'll see how it goes. We should be able to get it done, I think. But yeah, quick tea break and then we're off.